Hello and welcome to JJ and Kaz and this P&O Aurora walkthrough. Here is a small map of Aurora which was given to us on the ship. Aurora is quite a small ship with a passenger capacity of under 2,000 and is one of two all-adult ships in the P&O fleet, the other one being Arcadia. Being an older ship built in the year 2000, everything is fairly beige. But fairly recent refits have made the ship very presentable indeed. We stayed in a deluxe balcony cabin on deck 10, or B, and a link to the room tour is in the description below. There are three main stairwells on the ship and I will be first using the one in the forward section. And I'm starting this tour on deck 5. However, there is a deck 4 and this contains the medical centre and also where you would leave if there was a tender. Coming into the reception lobby, you will see this golden cockerel, which was awarded to Aurora in 2019 when it became the fastest ship in the fleet. Moving further forward, you will see the reception desk there on your left, as you enter the bottom end of the very small but perfectly formed atrium. A future cruise desk point can be found to the right hand side. We'll now go up the stairs one level to deck 6. Here you will find explorers where you can book your shore excursions. You will also find shops on this level which sell watches, perfume and duty-free drink. Moving along to the right, you'll soon come across the entrance to the Medina restaurant. This is the Freedom Dining restaurant on board at time of recording. Up the stairs now to deck 7, where you will soon find yourself looking at some more shops, these ones selling more general souvenirs as well as jewellery. Walking past the stairs, on your right hand side you will see a seating area and a piano, and this is called Charlie's. Walking further forward through here and you'll come to one of the bars called Anderson's. This particular bar was very pleasant indeed, a perfect place to come for a pre or after dinner drink. Moving back from where we came, and we'll soon come to the midship stairwell and lifts. Ahead of you, you will see the upper entrance to the Medina restaurant, and also to the left hand side, Masquerade. This venue offered dance classes, quizzes and late night entertainment. Coming out of Masquerade and continuing towards the aft of the ship, we go through the white wall art galleries. This will bring you out to an area where, if you go to your left hand side, you will see the casino. And further forward, you will move into the Champions Bar, a fairly informal bar where quite a lot of quizzes took place during our cruise. The Champions Bar area backs on to the rest of the casino. Moving on through, you will come to the aft stairwell and lifts. Ahead of us is Carmen's, a second show venue. At time of recording, this didn't need any reservations, however it did get quite busy, so I would turn up early if you want a good seat. This area is also where you will find the entrance to the Alexandra restaurant. This is the select dining restaurant on board, and for evening meals at time of recording was open at 6:30 and 8:30. Let's now move outside onto the promenade deck itself. A traditional wood-laid promenade deck. It has plenty of seating, including some of these which provide a very good photo opportunity. Let's now walk an almost complete circuit of this promenade deck. Back now inside, and as you can see, I've moved back to the atrium. I'm still on deck 7, and past the atrium you will find the entrance to the main theatre on board called the Curzon, where some excellent entertainment was seen on our cruise. Let us now move up the atrium stairs to deck 8. Just off of the atrium you will find Sindhu, one of 3 speciality dining restaurants. Sindhu serves Indian style cuisine. It is our favourite speciality restaurant on board, and we had 2 exceptional meals here during our holiday. There were 2 different menus on offer during our cruise, each 3 days apart. As I've already said, the food was of excellent quality, and I shall provide some photographs of the food we ordered in a moment. Moving out of Sindhu you will come to Raffles Bar, and as well as alcohol they also serve coffee, and during most of the day serve excellent cakes as well. Moving through the forward stairwell you will come to Vanderbilt's. This is where all the card game tournaments were held. On the wall here you will find a selection of plaques. These are from the ports of call that Aurora has been to during her years in service. Coming out of Vanderbilt's and turning left, you will find on your left hand side the Playhouse, which is the ship's onboard cinema. The area we're just about to walk through is for the photography studio. However, on our cruise there was no professional photography on the ship whatsoever. This is the area for the second specialty restaurant I'm going to show you, the Glass House. Before I go into a little bit more detail about the Glass House, I'd just like to mention this curious stairwell right in the middle of the restaurant. This will take you down to deck 7, right in the middle of the Champions Bar and the casino. The Glass House is a contemporary British cuisine speciality restaurant, and we had a very good meal here indeed. Although I forgot to get a video of the menu, here are a few pictures of the food that we were served here. Coming out of the Glass House and moving towards the aft of the ship, you will walk past some accommodation before reaching the terrace bar and pool area. This pool area is unique to Aurora and is certainly a spectacular way to spend a sunny afternoon. The tiered decks make it look very spectacular indeed, and it is a fantastic place to watch the wake of the ship. Going up now past decks 9 and 10 that are accommodation decks, we'll get to deck 11, and here is also accommodation, but you will also find weights and measures, which is the ship's gym. We've now moved up to deck 12, which is the Lido deck, and at this midship stairwell you will find the Oasis Spa. Although not the biggest spa on all the P&O ships, it is very well equipped and is the perfect place to get that pampering session. Turn right out of the Oasis Spa and through the doors will bring you into the covered crystal pool area. There are plenty of lounges and seating in this very nice place to have a bit of a relax. The roof can retract, however it was closed throughout our whole cruise. In the Crystal Pool area you will also find the Crystal Bar, which will serve you with alcoholic drinks as well as teas and coffees. Next door to this you can get for an additional charge some premium ice cream, and further on from that, included in the price of your holiday, is the Lido grill, where you can get pizzas, cheeseburgers, hot dogs and hamburgers. Moving further forward towards the forward end of the ship, you will find some changing areas for men and women, as well as an entrance out onto the Riviera pool. As well as the pool, there is a whirlpool spa here, as well as a further bar, the Riviera Bar. Let's now go back through to the Crystal Pool area. There are steps here which take you up to an area overlooking the Crystal Pool, and as well as seating, you will also find some table tennis tables. Going back down the stairs and heading aft through the doors, you'll come to the Horizon restaurant, which is the buffet area on board Aurora. Although it is fairly small in size, you will find everything you want for a breakfast, lunch, dinner or even late night light snacks. Here are two typical menus for the buffet. There are many drink stations around the buffet. These are where you'll find your complimentary teas, coffees and even milk. vending machine at the end at breakfast time serves juices, however during the rest of the day will only serve water. Turning into the aft stairwell, you will find men and women's toilets either side of the stairwell. And further across you will find the entrance to the third speciality restaurant, the Beach House. This particular restaurant had a traditional cover charge attached with extra charges for some of the plates. Actually attached to the Horizon restaurant, most of the day you can use this seating. It's only really at the evening time that it turns into the Beach House. Going out of these doors will take you onto another part of that fabulous tiered aft. This is where you will find the pennant bar. Behind on the wall you will find the ship's manufacturer plaque. There is also a plaque underneath this one which references the fact that this wasn't always an adult only ship. Of course, the real star of the show here is the views over the wake of the ship and also over the rest of the fantastic aft of Aurora. Moving up one further deck now to the sun deck, and this is where you will find all the games like shuffleboard for example. You will also find netted courts here for all sorts of sports activities. As we head further forward to the forward of the ship, you will find the fantastic Aurora sign, certainly a great place to get a photograph. At this particular point you will find an entrance to the upper level of the crystal pool. and eventually we'll get to the upper area of the Riviera pool. Going up these stairs will take you to an area that is only accessible by these stairs. You cannot get to it via the lifts. It is a lovely decked area right at the front of the ship, and if you can poke your camera all the way through, you can get some spectacular views as you go towards your destination. Whilst we're at the forward end of the ship, let's go back down to deck 13, and here you will find entrances to what is probably the most spectacular bar area on the ship, the Crow's Nest. Before we go into the Crow's Nest, however, we're on the port side of the ship, and here you will find the library. As you leave the library, you'll see on the wall some charts as well as more plaques which commemorate the ports that Aurora has visited. Let's though now go into the Crow's Nest, which in our opinion was the most spectacular bar aboard Aurora. The bar offers plenty of seating and has fantastic panoramic views. Unsurprisingly, it proved very popular. Before we end this tour, we'd like to share with you one final gem that we found near the end of our cruise. This little area can be found at the end of deck 10 and is only open when the ship is stationary at port days. It gives a fantastic view of the port you're staying in. Curiously, it is not found on the map at all. We hope you enjoyed this ship tour of P&O's Aurora, and we hope in some way if it helps you choose if this is the right ship for you on your next cruise. We certainly enjoyed our time on board, and we can't wait to visit Aurora again. So this is bye bye from JJ and Kaz, happy holidays, and we hope to have another video up for you very soon. Thanks very much for watching.